All right, you guys, I'm going to be coming into the screen here in just a second, making my way around with LaCie here. If you have been following on my channel, you guys know LaCie. She's the cutest little red roan. She is from T4 Ranch in South Dakota, and she is a super fun little mare. Um, so we are going to get started on the zipper today with her. She has worked the zipper for several years now, and works it a good old yawn. She works it really well at a walk and a trot. The canter sometimes is where she struggles. Well, because she likes to lean in on me a little bit on the left hand side. So we work on that in this zipper with her. So excuse the squeaking. I really don't know how loud the squeaking is going to be on my microphone, but this saddle is almost a year old now, and it is super squeaky still. Corriente Saddles for making some amazing saddles. I love this saddle on this mare. So before I get started, I'm just going to kind of walk her and let her see what's around her, get settled in her element, and do a little bending and flexing, see how loose she is, see how she's feeling today, see what horse I'm sitting on, basically. I think that's important when you first get out to ride your horses, is to, especially when you're about to work on something that's not necessarily labor intensive, but they need to be paying attention. I think it's important to see what horse you're sitting on that day, because sometimes we can have some expectations that aren't going to be followed through with because we're not sitting on the horse that we expect. So, anyways, just doing a little lateral bend and flex here and see how soft she is. I'm using my right rein to bring the right nose around, tapping with the right foot a little to get her to be soft right in the side of the rib cage and the left side. So I'm just using a straight line. Then when I go to turn, I sit back and I squeeze both legs in. She knows that that's the difference between just flexing and turning. So we're just going to kind of work up and down here straight for a minute and see how she's feeling. A little stiff on the right hand side. She does get some chiropractic work done every now and then when she starts to get a little stiff. But most of the time, when she's a little stiff, her teeth need to be floated. And they just got floated, so I know that this is just her coming off of the soreness of needing her teeth floated. So if you guys don't float your horse's teeth on a regular basis, please please give your horse a chance to be soft by getting those teeth floated so that they can actually be soft and give to you the way that you're asking them to. So, all right, we're going to sit down here, do us a little turn, see how she's feeling. She's feeling fabulous. So we're going to start this pattern off at a walk. We're going to first work on her right hand side, which is normally her good side. Sometimes she can get a little droppy in the shoulder. Again, she has her habits because she's a little bit on the lazier side. It's not something she does consistently, but it is something that I stay on top of as her rider. I make sure that I hold her accountable for carrying her body because she tends to want to balance on me. So if you start this pattern off at a walk, you guys are going to get to see me walk it here. Fairly simple. When you come up to your cone, your barrel, whatever it is, if you guys haven't studied the barrel pattern any, or if you're not a barrel racer and you're just using this to give your horse something to do, barrel racers have things called access points around our objects that we're turning. And we make sure to hit all those access points. So my bigger than my second circle that I make um, because I'm coming in to make sure she's standing up properly and sitting up. And then when I come out of this, I'll have a nice little finish. So on my second turn, I'll let her finish nicely as if it would be a barrel that we'd be running. And then I'll let her flatten out and we head to our next here. We're going to stay turning. You'll see the transition between working one side of this to the other. So here I just bring her nose in a little bit. I tap that inside foot. I want her to be nice and round. I tap my inside foot. My outside foot, hold that wall up. So I tell her exactly where I want her. Use lots of leg. And she needs a little bit forward motion in her turns. She's one of those you hoe in the pocket and smooch all the way around. push she makes. Again, a little bit stiff on this right side, but she's coming around. That tail swish was from my spur a little. I did a little tappy tap, like, hey, wake up. Nice finish here. And then we're going to head towards our third obstacle on the other side of our pattern here. In a nice straight between the barrel and you when you enter into that turn. And again, I'm going larger. I'm going larger on the first turn, my first circle, than I do on my second circle. So we got a little out of whack right there, but that's okay. Again, we're at a walk here, and I'm just trying to show her what pattern we're working today. Needs a little forward motion there on the third axis point to the fourth axis point. And, you know, mare, she's, you know, they're not, no horse is perfect. No horse is going to work the pattern or any pattern you put them on perfect every time. And we're not going for perfection. We're just going for a little bit better every time. We're just going for progress. And I think that's important to remember, that horses are not perfect animals. And we can set our expectations a little too high sometimes. We have to come back down and ride what we have that day. She feels pretty lazy today. Yesterday, she had a little motor on her. Today, we feel a little bit lazy. Now, that might change once we bump it up into a trot, but we'll see. So, again, bumping the nose around to the inside a little bit, holding the nose and asking for that forward motion. So, I know you can't really tell it doesn't show it, but this cone is kind of on a slight hill. So we get a little faster there coming down. There we go. She's waking up a little bit now for me. So again, inside nose and inside foot does a little tap. I am ready to do a little tap. Ooh, she's a little lost. Bring her outside foot. Now we're going to exit that turn. Good. And a flat neck. She gets to flatten out on the way. Now there's not a third one on this side. Well, there's only two on each side. Nice whoa. And a soft back. With the nose down, please, ma'am. There it is. Back. Shh, shh. Oh, do we have the mouth open today? Sometimes she's pretty dramatic. Back. Shh, shh. Nose down. Thank you. Shh, shh, shh. There we go. Thank you. All right. So now we're going to work this pattern at a trot. And I'm going to show you guys how she works it at a trot. And the difference between her and Tough, the second horse I'm going to ride, if you guys have been on this channel, you know that that's my bigger, more motored gelding. When I work her at a trot, I'm actually going to be smooching her through those turns. When I work him at a trot, I'm actually going to be slowing him down to a walk for the first circle and then smooching him up to a trot for the second circle. And the reason why I'm doing that is because he needs more rate and she needs more forward, because she tends to lazy and he tends to run through that turn a little bit more than he needs to. She will rate well and sometimes too much. So we work more on moving forward and smooth turns all the way through. So we're going to start again on the right side. Smooch up into a trot here. And I'm going to keep posting. I'm not going to sit. Oh, we got a little cough going on. Finding herbs now for about 50 days. And I do feel it is helping her. Good girl. Now we're going to set up, line up for our next cone here at our nice pocket. We're going to bump that nose on the inside, bump that inside foot. There we go. Again, this is for transitions, making nice, smooth, round turns. I want her up a little bit more there. Good girl. She's being a little stiff, a little nose heavy. Good girl. I'm going to send her down here to this white barrel. Again, you can kind of just go through this pattern how you feel you like. I'm letting her kind of stretch out a little there. I'm going to bump this nose. Girl. Good girl. Want her to stay consistent with her size. She wants to fight me coming in a little bit there. Moving forward and smooth all the way around. Good girl. Now, move up to our cone here. Find our pocket. Bump the nose, bump the foot. Very nice. Keeping her moving forward with that inside spur. to keep you from moving too far out with the outside leg. Everything is working. Good girl, and whoa. Good girl, and back. Very nice. All right, so you guys get to see how you work that through to trot going on the right. Hopefully that's helpful to you. You can zigzag through this where you go left turn, right turn, left turn, right turn. Just make it work for you. Know where your horse has a problem, and you can come into this pattern and fix it without having to hammer on the barrel pattern itself. Because at the end of the day, we want solid lifetime horses. We don't want a horse for the year. We want a horse for the lifetime. So, well, hopefully that helps you guys. And LaCie and I here are going to do several more trot throughs, and then do some long trots and straight lines. And she'll be done with her conditioning for the day. So thanks for tuning in and watching. I'm going to try to throw Tough Man's video on the end of this. If not, I'll have a whole nother video of him trotting through this zipper, and we'll call it part 2. All right. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. And let me know if there's a video that you would like me to do on a problem you may be having. So, all right, LaCie, tell them deuces. Deuces.